Hello everyone, welcome back to another demo showcase. Today let's check out Dreadline Express. Are we? Look at the object and press to interact. The noise coming from the wall speaker cuts through the layers of my consciousness to pull me into reality. The electrical circuit crackles, the silence ensues. A moment later, an unfamiliar, sharply cut voice echoes through the compartment. With immediate effect, free movement on the train is forbidden. We've been spotted again. The lottery is already in progress, and the chosen passenger will be informed of the situation without delay. We expect your full cooperation. I'll hail the Supreme Engineer. Okay. I don't recognize a single one of these items laying around in the makeshift storage area. Do they belong to me? However, there is a piece of paper sticking out of one of the books. I'm drawn to it by an unspoken compulsion. The writing is rough and looks childish. My mom's name was Rose. Dad says she was here with us. She says people forget her. You remind me of everything. She was born in 1917. Got married at 20. And then she died here. He says I'm not allowed to write anything down, but what if I forget again? Her name was Rose. Rose? Mother? Rose mother. Mother? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh. You reveal a fragment of my past. Wife. The card. Like a broken vase, I glued the pieces of my life together. I had a wife born in the year of 1917. She seemed to have died here on the train. How it happened, I don't know. In spite of my best effort, I've forgotten. And I love her with all my heart. I feel myself have failed Teresa. Sure. What is that? A folded sheet of paper. It wasn't here before. It's addressed to me. A single sheet of paper was an in-person message. In the lottery, your name was wrong. Thank you for your sacrifice. Wait for the arrival of the conductor and do not leave behind any memorabilia. There's no reason to endanger your loved ones. I'll hail the Supreme Engineer. Someone's coming for me. Uh-oh. Okay. The compartment is lit by warm candlelight in another circumstance. It would seem cozy. I can see the original electrical light on the ceiling, but someone has put them out of commission. The light. Email observation. Open the album. You might tell pocket full of greasy things. I discovered the object. Leather-bound book without title. What do I do with this? Oh. Raise your gaze and prepare it forward. Non-mirror card, these pages preserve memories and knowledge of the form not subject to external influences. Choose the card you deem most suitable to achieve your goals and prepare them in your hand. The card in your palm form your intention, and as such, they are always used together. If the current hand is no good for you, the path of modesty can help you. Narrow down your selection. Think broadly and pay attention to new reads. Wife and light. So one for myself, one for train, outside world, and question marks. No question. And a lot of them are not in a demo. Hold, press to play your hand. Tiny Tiny object dance the rhythm of the train sleeper across on once elegant piece of furniture. The worn piece of wood is covered with many scratches from countless former passengers. But some of the grooves are fresher and deeper than others. At first glance, remotely they give impression of coherent text. However, it is not possible to read it in the dim light. Wait. Hold and press to clear your hand from the object. Wait, what? Hold and press. Wait. Maybe this is. There it is. Perhaps if I grab the nearest candle, I might be able to read the line of the flickering lights. Hidden secret emergence with no small effort. I set to reading. Teresa, mother? Oh, that's my daughter. Boarded, 8 years old. Beloved daughter. Kind, innocent, modest. Demise. In the train. Coward, don't forget. You're a coward. I'm a coward. I'm a coward? There are many fresh, deep puncture around the text. Strong knives stab wounds. The daughter. Hidden in the world is an unknown piece of luggage tucked under the seat. Study covered the work case were dedicated use. A numerical roll, a lock mechanism guarded the content inside. Should I know the combination? Oh, full album. What I want is wife and daughter. Okay. I wanted to use a combination here. Could the birth year of the daughter and the wife be the solution to this riddle? I entered the combination 1917 and 1938. The lock clicked with satisfaction. Alright, what can we grab here? A musty, leathery smell wafts from inside. The case is about to reveal its secret. It contains medical supplies, various reports, and a few other documents. A faded photograph, part of some kind of legal documents, stand out from the rest. The face in it looks strikingly familiar. I'm a doctor. Identity documents. Now I know who I am. Learn about yourself. Possible. Medical. Examine the content. Okay. Inspect. Flip. Samuel Mather. My own name is abhorrent to me, yet it is bound to me like a parasitic larva. By profession, I am apothecary. Apothecary? Expert knowledge of chemical compounds and their effect on living organisms. My strength. I've sworn to use it as a tool of healing, but I can't do harm. Later. What else do you have? Contain medical supplies, very supports my identity as well. Anything else here? Look at that table. I think inspect the items, look at the table, examine. I think I look at everything here, right? Look at the clock. Look at the candle. What about that thing? Oh, look outside. The pitch black darkness surrounding the sky that is transforming. Is swarm. Is that called tentacles? Breezes and pulsates. Amorphous mass made up of thousands of tentacles. The steam a locomotive at the front slow down. Under the terrible strain. Sticky sprouts are trying to make their way inside. The dim window glass is the last barrier separating me from that monstrosity. I think I can use it. Can I use this? In the darkness, swarm reflecting. Oh, in the darkness of the swarming creature, the reflection of my face fades. Oh, actually, what about this? And light? No. So, look at my reflection. Reflection of my face. No, I feel like I'm missing something here. Some sort of combination of... What? No. What about me and my daughter? No, me and my... No. Me and my wife? No. So it's something to do with me, right? So it's gotta be me... and something. Is it not light? Like these two? No, it is not. So it's gotta be something to do with just me. So look at my own reflection, but... Remember this. That's my daughter's stuff. Initiate conversation. What about this one? Initiate conversation. Oh, using light. Nope. Let's use ourselves here. Let me begin. The conductor is the first to speak. I assume you have already had time to read the letter. Everything's clear to you, I believe. But don't worry, dear Mr. Matter. It will all be over soon, he says, relishing the moment. Before I take you away, is there anything you'd like to say? Offer my expertise. Dear Samuel, so this is your plan. You want to be useful. But we don't need any help on this board. We have placed ourselves entirely in the hand of our supreme engineer. Don't be worried, Prince. You'll soon get to know him too. Let's get on our way. The conductor reaches out his skinny hand to me. Just before his finger touches me, the train rumbles, far in front. The steam locomotive lets out a terrifying roar. The conductor loses his balance as the train suddenly picks up speed. He grabbed the door frame to keep from falling. The hideous mass of tentacles behind the window is breaking apart. As the car breaks free from it, the conductor straightened up. Before he slammed the door into my compartment, I catch a look of anger on his face. The sound of his footstep fades away on the left. The situation is calming down. Oh. Once again, a voice echoed through the compartment. The immediate danger has passed. Praise the Supreme Engineer. The previous restriction remains in effect, but you may leave your seats. Further instruction will be provided. Just then, something clicked in the door. The glass is marred with countless tentacles, all on the outside, though the yellowish pales I watch a sky I don't recognize. An alien sky that chill me to my bones. Oh! Alien sky. You made an observation. Let's put this on the way. Can I still look at my own reflections? I can. Okay. Examine the content. Okay, how about we put this away first? I mean, we did make an observation. Let's put this in our hand first. That's our intention. Look at the sky. The color of the sky evokes disease infection. An unnatural landscape is dominated by an unknown cosmic body. A red moon grinning at the conquer world. Oh shit, it's Lovecraft. I don't know what kind of Lovecraft, but it is Lovecraft nonetheless. The Gossamer, okay, that's the same thing. The door's locked from the other side, come clicking sound, the origin which is unclear to me. I don't think we have what it takes to do it yet. Like for luggage? Seemingly abandoned luggage, some are empty but most are full of personal belongings. They have become memorials. It's hard to guess of what fate awaits the owner of this particular briefcase. Real locker in the moonlight? The hideous guy out there draws a mocking shadow on the abandoned suitcase, crouching in the dark. Okay, how about... Light. Shine a light? There's no need, even in the weakest light observed, I will not find anything interesting. So the abandoned luggage... Suitcase... Bottle. Countless bottles of various spirits cover the tabletop, but some of the labels are familiar to me. Others, I'm seeing it for the first time. All the bottles have one thing in common. They are completely empty. There's not even the faintest hint of bitter alcohol scent. What might I expect? Why their owner put them on display here is a mystery to me. Alcohol bottles. New figure of fate made of glass, empty and without purpose. Yet, here they are, displayed in front of one of the passengers. If there's a sentiment, a string holding the mind back to times but long gone, materialize a remembrance and take many forms. Take a look at the man. A sad man with bloodshot eyes sat at the table. As about the bottles? I, by no means avoiding the conversation with you. However, it's only human decency to introduce yourself first. Who are you? That is true. I should introduce myself first. My pleasure, Samuel. The man offering me his hand in shake. My name is Garrett Wilcott. The profession of an apothecary. It's a very noble one, widely respected. I regard the same cannot be said about my profession. I'm a judge, or at least I used to be, before I got on this train. The judge. Crime and punishment wage an eternal battle against each other. Those who commit evil stand against those who punish evil, and how else to punish them was evil itself. Becoming an instrument of justice, rob a man of part of his humanity. It brings him closer to the evil he wants to fight. And no amount of iron ropes and elaborate ethics will save him. And so, Garrett sacrificed himself for the sake of justice. We can only hope that his motivations was an altruistic need to protect others rather than his own pleasure in punishment. Damn. We introduce ourselves. We're gonna ask them about the bottles again. Garrett raises his eyebrows. I'm not surprised by your question, Sam. For the first few weeks, maybe months of our journey, the alcohol in those bottles provided me with comfort, a connection to my lost life. But it's been a long time since the last drop dried up. There will never be another one like this, or any other, he says gloomily. Sometimes, however, I can still sense the sweet hint of alcohol, fleeting and elusive. That's why I keep it here. In our situation, there is no longer any reason to keep our petty secrets. I would give anything for the chance to feel that beautiful alcoholic intoxication one last time. Let me see, what can I ask you? What can I ask you this? What about your occupation? In my profession, more than anywhere else, it applies that what is good for one can be evil for another. But I'm still only human. It's impossible for me to make universally correct decisions. If it still matters in any way, I like the sum of my decisions to have a positive effect. Interesting. Do you know anything about this world? Ask about the world outside. You know, Samuel, I still sometimes hope to wake up from this nightmare. Then I'll look at the sky, and just head to the window, and I realize that it's not a dream. It's really happening. There is nothing waiting for us. There's no one else left. Only us, the crew of the last human train. The last human train. There is nothing left but this train, a huge steel mass filled with despair and resignation. Is this an arc of hope, or a foolish attempt to escape this inevitable? The track ahead, like our future, are lost in an endless void. We are the last people, the last passengers. What the hell? Alright. What else can we ask you? Are you thinking about the light? No. Let me ask you about the last train. Do you know anything about the last train? Ask about the train. My knowledge of the matter is modest, but one thing is certain. The world as we knew it is over, and this train, our train, is the last vestige of human civilization. We must not stop, or else slow down, never. Gary seemed to recite this phrase mechanically. I still haven't decided whether the steel behemoth is our salvation or our prison. You think I can ask him about the alcohol again? Probably not. Do you know anything about my... talk about family? Family, he muses. Everything to a man is a legacy. It's meaning. At least that's how I used to think about it until recently. Are you interested in anything specific? Would you like to tell me something about your family? Or are you asking about mine? Let's take my love orphan kids. Okay, well... maybe not daughter. How about the wife? Okay, well, that's like nothing. Okay, last one. What about this? Introduce myself. Okay, that might be all there is to it, right? Yes, there is. Okay. Is there anything I can look at the bottle with? No. You think? Okay, how about I use my own card? What emotion do the bottle invoke in me? I remain free of any emotions. I don't dislike alcohol, but I don't crave it either. The sight of empty glass of bodies doesn't give me the slightest urge. You sure? How about we put both over here? No? You sure? Alright. Take a closer look. A few blankets hang on a wire from the impervious wall. It is sort of a shelter provided by passenger on the other side, with an apartment sense of privacy. I want to judge. Initial conversation? Leave me alone, the man on the other side snapped at me. Voluntary isolation. There are thousands of reasons to go into seclusion, but often just one's enough. It is not all clear that drove the builder of this improvised shelter to voluntarily isolate himself, but however flimsy this lonely fortress may be, a symptom of fear that the other passengers acknowledge it at least some extent. Okay. How about empty bottle? No. Let's try this one. Leave me alone. What if I give him this one? No. How about the last train? No. How about us ourselves? Introduce yourself. Leave me alone, the man. Okay, well, I can't introduce myself. What about this? Leave me alone. Nothing seems to present. I can't focus back. Nothing seems to work on this person. That's true. I guess I've tried everything. Do you know anything about this guy? This weirdo? Talk about a distant. Geralt glanced at the rugged wall behind my back. I know very little about the man out there hiding from the world, but one thing is close to me. He's weak, a weakling and a coward. Some people are born this way. For others, it is a result of overprotective mother. Of course, every one of us aboard this train has plenty of reason to be sad. However, he glanced at me. None of us fall into such strong melancholy, do we? Interesting. Looking at the stained glass window? What is this? An ornamental decoration made of cut glass. Depict an unusual scene. Despite the pastel colors, the mere sight of it unsettled me. What could it be its meaning? Okay. I guess we'll do a judge. No. Bottom? The isolation? Oh, the glass. The cut glass is sort of figure on the other side to such an extent that it hardly looks human. It would be so easy to break through the decoration and penetrate it, but it repels me to such an extent that I loathe even touching it. What a light. Focus on the light. The light from the other side passes through the glass and draws color patterns on the surrounding environment, disturbing a scene and takes on a third dimension. Not the last one. No. I already tried Otherworld, right? Search the meaning. The shape formed by the intertwined piece of glass vaguely remind me of the foreign sky beyond the window. The stained glass window invoked the same feelings of hundreds of eyes tirelessly trying to seek me out to find and destroy me. I'll ball myself here. No? Why? No. Got it? No. Doesn't seem like there's anything working on it. Wait, did I try this one last train? No, I didn't. Okay. What about you? Look at the young man. This person is in considerable discomfort, head in hand, and tremor with obvious evidence of such. His clothes are soaked with sweat. A crisp smell is almost unbearable. What's this? Well, I don't want to look outside. What is this like coin looking thing? Look at the papers. Several papers are painted on the wall and being, as far as I can tell, there's some kind of mathematical calculations and equations, but it's not within my ability to understand them. Every single paper is signed with the name Euler P. Medal, combinatorialist, a Miskatonic University. What is this? Euler P. Medal, a name belonged to an obviously brilliant mind. A consciousness capable of peering behind the curtain of the universe and seeing the grand order in chaos. It's a science of ordering, selecting, and enumerating possibilities. It reveals the true meaning of the potential individual and quantity of our destiny. Oh. Okay, little buddy. Let's talk about... You want a drink? Mr. Samuel, I have never consumed alcohol, but now I must confess, if there was anything in those bottles across the corridor, I would seriously consider drinking them in the moment of peace. Unfortunately, I don't have any alcohol with me, nor do I know if there's any left on board. Alright. What about the world outside? A sweaty face framed by slick hair turned to me. The sky. He shook his head. I can't even look out anymore. The scenery leaves, the window pane rattles. All of the rhythm of the agony inside my head helped me. Well, he's going crazy, that's for sure. The train? You got anything about the train? Locomotive, a Bavarian class. I can't remember. The noise of the devilish machine never stops. The rail pounds and wall creak. What a creation I have helped to make. Help me from this noise, please. Okay. Unbearable noise. The noise never stops. It's part of all of us. The hum of the steam engine, the creak, the human mind unusually adaptive. The most particular have a long since becoming accumulative to the constant roar of the machine. If we didn't, we would have ended up with that withering young man suffering from tremor in the corner of the carriage. Introduce myself. The young man only acknowledged me after several attempts. Mr. Samuel, he keeps shaking. We already had the honor. Boiler, sir. My name's Boiler. Please, he trembles. A man of your profession, help me. The noise here is unbearable. This infernal machine will not let me rest. His eye glimmers. So well, I think I have to get him some medicine then. Boiler P. Madame. Oh yeah. Show interest in combinations. These are my notes from before he twitched. I don't know what they mean anymore. The horrible noise, I'm paralyzed. It's unbearable. Help me somehow, please. Okay, I need to help him somehow, so I probably need like ask about the noise. The roar of this infernal steam engine, I can't take it any longer. It piercing on my mind. I can't sleep. I can't eat. Most of all, I can't think. Can you help me? I'm starting to regret ever getting on this last train. Oh, actually, how about this? Look at the young man. Although the young man is surrounded by disturbing ornament, that does not seem to be the source of suffering and despair. Oh, okay. Do you know anything? Asked about the young man. Yes, Will and I have occasionally engaged in casual conversation in the past. Those were rare moments that he was feeling well, however, we did not have much in common. This man is fascinated by both mathematics and railways. He knows both subjects inside and out. I'm sure he could tell you a lot more about this train. How about the noise here? No, I can't say I'm particularly bothered by the noise here. I'm very glad for that, because you can't run away from the noise. The ear cannot be sealed. Perhaps only a medicine, he continued, a soothing remedy could help. However, here on board, who else will have such a thing in their sacred reservoir? He gives me a significant look at those words. So you're telling me then, right? Should be something that I have. Something that helps with the noise. In addition to the required knowledge needed to produce various medicines, the case also contains various potent substances. Amongst the powder ingredients and the dry herbs lies in a long vial of brown liquid. Last remedy, dose of laudanum. I will use it wisely. There must be more than one use for it. Tincture of opium, used to cure many ailments. Many ailments. That is until they were banned in the early 20th century, and yet one innocent-looking bottle is found in amongst my inventory. Consumption of substance causes a shift in consciousness, a feeling of euphoria and peace, relieve both physical and mental pain. Nice. So there's just a few things we need to find a train. There are a few things we need to find out about Gerald Wilcott. Everything found out about this guy. One thing that is mysterious. Mention laudanum. Gerald won't even let me start. Please, Sam. Now it's not the time. I'm waiting for the food announcement. The unpleasant noise interrupted by the firm, unmeasured voice. Announcement to passengers. Our provider in the dining car have just finished preparing today's rations. Food will be distributed at the conductor's office service window. Begin approaching in one by one. Respect the order determined by your place in the car. Mr. Matter will approach first. To support an engine. Gratitude. Garrow's evidently hungry, and for a moment it seems like he will ignore me, but eventually responded. Garrow grabbed me, Lady. I'm familiar with the effect of substance. However, I don't understand why you mention it. Do you perhaps to have someone you in person? Can you be more specific, dear Samuel? The young man licked his lip greedily and seemed lost his thoughts. He's clearly hungry, but eventually he noticed and he reacted. Laudanum? Ludenum? Or I don't know how to pronounce that word. The young man's eye darted around as he began to recite it mechanically. The opium tincture? A narcotic for sedating the body, relieving pain, and introducing a feeling of bliss. Why are you mentioning it though? Do you have any? Please. My head isn't working properly in all this noise. You need to give me more specific. I mean, it's for your noise. Offer to you. What a kind offer, really. Well, I appreciate it immensely, specifically coming from you. However, I don't use addictive substance. The young man suddenly gritted his teeth as a new wave of pain overwhelmed him. No, you're right. I'm willing to try anything. This is no longer endurable. With those words, he swallowed the content of the offer bottle. The young man's troubled features finally relaxed. Comfort, peace. Thank you. Okay, now we can just ask him. Incredible, isn't it? Gaze outside, how our world has changed, and how quickly those things that were a must wield terrible power. He looked fascinated, as if at the end of the world was an indicting mystery for him to solve. Do you know any more about the train now? The young man's face brightened further as he began to talk. A Bavarian A2 class locomotive serial number. He starts reciting the technical specifications. You know, I know a lot about the trains, but I actually helped get this one working, he says, lifting his chin. They hired me for that. It was a bit of an odd job, but very fulfilling. Finally, I can enjoy the ride. Just a shame that we can't go any faster. The train is going slower than it should. I don't know why, but something's holding it back. How about with the world? No? Do you know anything about this guy? You know, I'm very perceptive that amid all the noise and the train makes, I heard some sound coming from under that blanket. That person is miserable. He might be grieving the loss of loved ones, Mr. Samuel. That's what the elderly lady back here on the deck was saying. A loss so tragic that it caused one to shut out the world. How about family? Family? What do you mean? Are you trying to tell me something about your family? What are you getting at? He looks confused. So what? Get anything from him? Okay. For you, good sir. What if I offer the same thing? No? Bottle. Prescribe for alcohol. I've already used my last bottle of laudanum and there's no more to offer. Oh. Maybe I should offer to him instead. You know? Mr. Samuel, be careful. The crew recently closed the door for other passengers. Freedom movement is restricted here. Study the boarding rules thoroughly. The display on the wall. Stay safe, he says. The door's locked anyway. Oh. Restrictive regime. Strict rules nurse away the last remnant of freedom from the bones of passengers. The regular food rations, duties, and freedom. The world of Supreme Engineer is law. The main point now is follows. Prohibition of freedom outside the assigned area, prohibition enduring one's own or others' lives, unless ordered by the crew, no ordering of events on the train, events and took place before. The train crew conductors are responsible for enforcing the rules. No price is too high. Ooh. Do you know anything about these rules? You're asking for my opinion about the regime. I think it's necessary. Tell you what, human coming. I'll tell you a little secret. Supreme Engineer, that man is, in my opinion, an innovator. A pioneer. Not only did he save us, he also managed to maintain the fragile harmony here on board. I don't want to brag, but I helped him a little in the past, of course. We haven't met in person, but I lent a hand to get this train rolling. Regime? I understand what you're asking, Sir Samuel, but you know people need orders, rules, and I saw they don't see any. Restrictions and punishment are certainly unpopular, yet necessary. If you are intelligent, you will comply. Hand over control and spend the rest of your life in calm. As far as I am concerned, I am extremely glad I no longer have to bear the burden of choice. I have no ambition of disrupt the order here. Alright. Mr. Matter, it's good to see you again. As a form of apology for recent misunderstanding, I have taken the liberty of personally delivering your ration to your compartment. You will find your plate hidden under one of the seats. I'm sure you understand that I will hate for a passerby to get a hold of it. Bon appetit. Oh, Jesus! Christ, you guys. Just standing there. Search for food. Alright, light. Search was light. The dark is placed in the kind of light, except a few dead spiders and crack under the seat. Way back, the layer does the crowbar and silverware. Oh, there it is. A tray of food, as the conductor said. Next to the plate, distinguished much lies a piece of paper, a letter. It's from Supreme Engineer. The letter bears, "Dear Mr. Matter, recent events in which you have been involved have caught my personal attention. Please accept the attached insignia as a symbol of my direct oversight of you from this moment onwards. Now, eat in peace. As early as possible, visit your conductor. He has already been instructed and will explain everything to you. Until then, do not speak to anyone. Do not put this matter on hold." Insignia, symbol of the crew. Membership. A symbol of the totalitarian regime that rules the train. It is a badge that the crew proudly wears on their chest, signifying their superiority over other passengers. I was given the insignia by the Supreme Engineer. I should think very carefully before telling anyone about it. Should I eat? Can I not eat? Eat? Perhaps I will try to eat at least some of the bread. What have I done? I can't believe I ate that atrocity. What prime urge have I taken a hold of me? Well, I don't know. I trust the old man. Ask about the symbol. I see that symbol even in my own dreams. It's everywhere, reminding us that we're under the protection of the crew and the Supreme Engineer. I mean, I got one myself, right? Review that I have this insignia. Get swallow hard. You have been given a great deal of trust, Mr. Samuel. I don't know what you could have done to deserve this, however. I won't question the crew's decisions. Some passengers talk about how these insignias are sing to the train, and that the train dance for them. I even said open the door and unlock it on its own. Leave me alone. I guess can't really do anything else. Thank you for trying out the demo. The railway mystery will continue in the full game. But your adventure doesn't have to end here just yet. Take a look at the empty space in the album. See if there's any more you're missing. Okay. Okay, what else am I missing? I am missing... Does I have... The only thing I'm missing right now is the one for the judge. Also, there's one more over here. What the? There's gotta be like some sort of combination of this. So we need like some sort of combination of something to you. No? I wonder if he'll say anything about it. Let's say that I gave the insignia for myself. Can I touch it? He blurred. You definitely can't lend it to anyone. I'm sorry, but you know what, Mr. Samuel? This isn't just an ordinary symbol. Try holding the insignia here against the door next to me. I saw the conductor and the door open on its own in front of him against the insignia. I don't see any way to open this door yet. It would have been better to give up your futile effort. I pressed the symbol against the surface of the door. The wooden wood reacted and began to emit heat. Something clicked inside the frame. A latch, the door's unlocked, and the train invites me further into the inwards. Not available. Good thinking though. Anyway, I think that it's it for this one. Oh wait, look at the paper. The paper recited binding rules of the passengers. Can I do anything with it? Damn. Alright, anyway, I think this is a perfectly good place to end it. It's a very interesting little puzzle game where you're using different combination of cards trying to solve different puzzles. And the thing I like the most probably the suitcase one, where you have to use holding the mother and daughter's card in order to open it, and perhaps also the and where you get the medicine you have to holding like the intention and to get it. It's very interesting. This is definitely a more story-driven narrative kind of game. Not really horror, but it's more like psychological horror, and of course the art style direction very fitting for this. Most likely a Lovecraft-esque kind of environment, which is very creepy. Of course, and you wanna know what the ending of this game is, so make sure to give them a wish list. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye now.